Hey everybody, the lady I am talking to today is one of the most important human beings in my life. First person I bought a ring for, a whole ring. And I bought it the day she's leaving, and I'm like, okay, Julia, clean this. They're like, no, it takes 2 weeks to clean it. I'm like, are you serious? She's leaving today or leaving tomorrow. So I learned about rings that day. But she's a great woman, really smart woman. We met on a kind of professional level, giving her advice about stuff. But she just was so wise, so smart. And I've said this before, like, because I'm smart, when I see somebody smarter than me, I want to just keep them close and learn. And she's one of those people. She knows all these different things. Um, and I just was learning from her. So I call her everything woman because she knew everything. And if you have my book, Woman Love 365, not only on Women's Day, chapter 1 is spending my life with everything woman. And that was actually when I proposed for her, because part of it is published articles. I proposed to her because I'm romantic like that there. In a newspaper article. One of my columns asked if I could do that. It was a risk because she's private, but I didn't say her name or nothing. Anyway,
and that's then my dad read it.
That's what I'm talking to today. Nosisa. Can I say your real name? It's Nosisa, everything woman to me. Let them know who you are and let them know how you know me. Even I've already said.
Hey, I'm Nosisa Kwitshana, and I first met Brian when I was in Carter High School. Everyone was making a commotion, Nango play, Nango play. I'm like, who is play? Then this guy just walks down the corridor with this glorious afro, Converses on. I'm just like, gobsmacked. I was gobsmacked. I was like, oh my God. And he was talking to all these popular girls, and I was just like, and when you passed by me, I was like, hi. And you were like, oh, hi. You walked past, I was like, oh. I think day one for, my crush, I was just like, oh my God, crushing after you that day.
I love how you talk about me. Thank you. And then we met how? Well, that was the first time. Other time we met?
Yeah, that was the first time. And then obviously I saw you around Maritzburg, but I mean, I was quite, like still into sports and into school, and I wasn't allowed to go out. So I wasn't about to just approach you and be like, hey, I've got a crush now. So I'm just like looking at you silently like, oh, there he goes. So fast forward 2013, I am in Durban with my cousin and I'm looking for a studio. Then I was like, do you know who I follow? I actually follow Brian Khoza on Facebook. Why don't I just ask him? Because he records and he's into music. I'm sure he would, know who to point me to, or which direction to point me to. So I got in touch with you on Facebook. And then, we exchanged numbers. And then we were like, yeah, okay, you're going to help me and we're going to meet in PMB.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember that.
Okay.
It's the angels.
Sorry. I have an angel who's come to pour me a drink.
I love them. Pour that drink. Hello, angel.
Maybe mango. Yeah, so and so you said I should meet you at the Maritzburg Gallery.
Yes, the art gallery, yes.
Yes, the art gallery. And I was like, okay. I absolutely look forward to that. And I tried to present myself as best as I could because I was just like, I had a crush on this guy in high school. I don't know if I'll still have a crush on him when I meet him, but just in case.
Yeah.
So I went and there you were sat there and I was like, I wonder if he's going to recognize me from my Facebook or not. But you did. As soon as you saw me, you stood up. And I was like, not many guys still have those manners, to stand up for a lady and pull a chair for her. So I was just like, okay. And mind you, you hadn't changed since high school. Since I last saw you when I was in high school, you hadn't changed. So I was just like, okay.
You mean like looks or just attitude? What?
No, looks
Okay, okay.
like it looked like you hadn't aged at all.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah. And then obviously because we never really spoke when I was in high school, I did not know what your personality was like or anything like that. I just saw kind of like the things that you would publish on Facebook, and I thought you were pretty conscious from that.
Okay. Yeah, no, that was a
Yeah.
great day. And then it was hard to let go of you after that. Couldn't let you go away and never come back, so I held you close. Yeah. All right. So tell everybody what do you do currently? What are you passionate about? What do you want to promote? What's your contribution to this planet Earth?
Well, currently I work for a company called Impact Care Services. I'm a manager there. So I recruit nurses, doctors, pharmacists, healthcare assistants to work in the National Health Service in England.
England. Okay.
Yes. And at this present moment, I've had an idea, a business idea to bring nurses from Africa, from India, from third world countries into England, because since Brexit, a lot of European nurses have had to go back to Europe. Okay, so England is in Europe, but so if you're British, you're British, but if you're like from, let's say, Finland and France and Spain, you're European.
Oh, I see. It's like
Yeah,
South Africa.
it's either you're English or European.
Wait a minute. It's like
There's
South Africans. We call the other people
yes,
Africans, and we also in Africa.
exactly. So that's how it is in England.
I
So
know.
since the Europeans left,
Okay.
there's quite a big market for nurses and doctors and just medical staff. And so I'm trying at the moment to recruit from South Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, because nurses from South Africa are actually so well trained that when they get here, they don't need to start as healthcare assistants. They just, need to be trained a little bit, maybe for 6 months, and then they go into their nursing roles.
Wow. Well done, South Africa. Yeah.
Well done, because not many countries. It's like South Africa, Jamaica, India, America, I think. Those 4 countries, they can just get in here and start working almost immediately. Everybody else has to take an English test. There's so many exams before they start actually practicing as nurses or doctors.
Nice to talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm a little starstruck, everybody. But let me know. One of the questions I generally ask my guests is just let us know your challenges as a woman in this planet Earth. What is challenging about being a woman? Thanks to us, usually. Yeah.
That is a big question. That I'd say I don't know about every woman, but myself as a Black woman, a single Black woman, who also is a single mother. Challenges are like in life or dating.
Everything. Take it one by one if you want to. For example, the world is sexist. Like my whole movement is about making just a comfortable world for everybody. I want the girls to walk around at 2 a.m. The girls mustn't be scared. They mustn't be scared to date because we're gonna kill them. They mustn't, at work, you must be respected. You must get the promotion you deserve. So there's a whole lot of things. At home, you mustn't wash the dishes by yourself because your brother you must just watch soccer. lots of things.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Well, all of those are, pretty bad challenges for every woman, whether you're in South Africa or not. I don't know if you guys actually see the news because a few months ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, a police officer actually assaulted and killed a young woman
Hmm.
here in England.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was after a night of clubbing, and she was going home. He put her in the bushes, raped and killed her.
Hmm.
So the police are people that we are supposed to run to
Ah,
when we're being abused,
keeps getting
you
worse.
know. And when you actually hear a story like that in the news, then you're like, then who do you run to
Hmm.
if the police are also abusers, So
So safety is obviously a big concern.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. Um, yeah, I mean, as women, we face safety issues, we face judgment issues.
Speak,
Um,
elaborate.
I'm 36 now, and everybody's like, "Oh, uzoshada nini? When are you getting married?" And
Hey.
it's like, I am divorced. I've already been married. Do I have to get married again?
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
but as a man, if you're a man, you could be 40 something or 50 something, and nobody ever says "Kushadwa nini," as long as you've got kids. And
Mm,
i
sometimes
don't
they
i
do.
don't feel like Mhm.
That they kind of do, but there's no stigma like as bad as women. You
Yeah,
might think you're gay, but you know.
yeah, I mean, I'll take that. There's a doctor that I work with,
Mm,
and she's the same age as I am. She's 36. She's never been married. She doesn't have children. She's very career driven,
mm,
has her own house, car. She's accomplished. But one of the guys at work, he was like, "Why aren't you married? Like,
yeah,
you're not married because you're overweight.
actually, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You're not married because you're too outspoken. No man would ever marry." And I was like, wow. I got so angry that she got sad, and I was like, I need to speak up for everybody who's ever gone through this. I was like, first of all, your shirts look like they're your little brother's shirts.
Hey.
Like, this guy has cover that you've never seen before, and they're talking about overweight women,
Uh, oh
you
wow.
know.
I know you're
And
fearless. So
he's in his 40s, and he's just gotten married not long ago. His wife has just gotten a child. He's just turned 40. So I'm like, okay, so you got married at 39. She's only 36.
hmm.
So why is it that you're pushing this thing on her so much? Can't she, as a woman, choose whether she wants to have children or not?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's things like that that women do go through, and it's quite sad, really.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
right. I
For
mean,
me, my challenges now mostly are like keeping my teenage daughters safe.
hmm.
I'll be walking down the street with them, and because my eldest is taller than me, she's 5'8", I'm 5'5".
Hmm.
Um, I'll get all these men giving her so much attention, and I'm just like, dude, you look older than me. How are you looking at my 15-year-old daughter?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, stuff like that, and the fact that the father is not around as well. So it kind of makes me go into overdrive, like overprotective as a mom, just to make sure that my children are safe,
Yeah. Eh,
you know? Yeah.
of course, with the judgment, there's also the issue of, I mean, I went through a little bit of this, yeah, that you,
Mm.
as a single man with children, it's okay when you marry somebody without children. But the reverse is a big fight, you know? People have,
It's a
oh,
big fight.
yeah, you know?
Mm.
I was happily an instant dad and I was excited about the whole thing. And I
Yeah.
had to check some people, talking all that shit about, but she has children. It's like, yeah, so, you know,
You know?
now I've got children. But yeah, people are just, I mean, it was such a deep connection. And that's again where I have an issue with people. Like love is so necessary in this world. And
Mm,
you don't know how you're going to find it, where you're going to find it. But there's a feeling of being at home when you find love.
yes.
And that feeling, you might get it from a blind person. Now at home, they're saying, why are you bringing home a blind woman?
Mm,
Someone who doesn't hear, someone, with one leg. It's like so much prejudice. But I'm not saying, I'm saying everything in life that you feel in your heart has to first fight with this judgment all the time. This judgment. Why is he black? Why is he
yeah,
white?
true.
Why is he? And it's like he actually treats me nicely. Like sometimes
Mm,
I have this thing where I feel like people don't want you to be loved.
yeah.
They
No, people always have like preconceived ideas. I mean, uh, one of them was like this lady who's well, she's South African like myself here in England. And I saw her like an auntie slash friend. She looked at me and she was like, wow, you're the kind of woman, you work in an office, you're always smart, you dress well, you should be with the white guy. I'm sure you're with the white guy. I was like,
Yeah.
no.
Mm,
It's ideas like that as well that are so outdated,
mm, mm.
that if you're accomplished as a young black person, then you have to be with a white person.
Wow.
Yeah, which is sad, because even here in England, I see once a guy makes it, let's say he's a rapper, he's big, Stormzy for instance, then they'll always go for either somebody who's mixed or somebody who's white.
Mm,
They will never go for just a straight black girl with afro hair or dreads.
mm.
They'll go for, if they go for black, then they'll go for the Ethiopian girls with silky hair, because obviously Ethiopians are mixed, they're not fully black.
Mm.
But
Okay.
they'll use the thing is, no, she's also from Africa. I'm from Africa. She's black.
I've seen that. I've seen that with Americans where there's no colored race, South Africa
Mm,
colored. So everyone's black there. But if you bring them here,
yes,
they Rihanna and Beyonce and them are colored ladies.
exactly,
So then they've been
exactly.
pushed to the forefront as black, and I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah.
but then sometimes there's a confidence issue as well because black women aren't validated as much. So,
Mm,
I found that confidence is very attractive in a sense where you gotta find that beauty and faith in that you're beautiful. I mean, like,
well, when a black woman is confident and shows her confidence, I feel like the less confident men would shy away and be like, no, she's loud. She talks too much. She's this, she's that. Then they start giving you names.
they belittle you.
They belittle you. And you're like, no, but
Hmm.
maybe she is just confident and outspoken.
Yeah. Ish. Yeah. A lot of what I'm doing is about the confidence of men because I think that's the biggest problem. You
Mm,
I mean, both genders, but the issue is that people can't handle strong women because they don't even have strong women friends. They don't
yes.
communicate. Tomorrow I'm interviewing my one cousin
Mm,
because this thing is about all women. It's just like as
yeah.
men, we gain so much from the feminine energy and the feminine wisdom and
Hmm.
feminine nurturing. When you're a nurturer, I think you offer so much practicality to how
Mm,
things operate in this world. You know.
true.
Yeah, but I when you said Ethiopian, I thought of how you're so pretty, and it's like you're a mix of these different things. Yeah, so I felt like I also cheated. But
Oh God, thank you.
yeah, but I can say though, when you talk about the black woman love, I've struggled a little bit. I remember like
Mm,
varsity. That's when I had my good relationships, and after varsity,
yeah.
it's pretty much you. and yeah, maybe one other person where I felt like the love in the relationship. Some relationships you try them out, maybe they thought you were cool, maybe they thought, whatever, and you can see it doesn't gel. But then there's ones
Okay.
where you just feel so much love. I mean, and I thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I
I
remember.
thank you for that too, because I mean, I felt like we just complimented each other a lot.
Yeah, I really felt
Yeah.
loved, and the conversations just wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
You really taught me a lot. I mean, you knew about like religion, so much stuff. How do you, how do you know this stuff? You talked about religion and like a part of like I think Christianity and Ethiopia and things like that. Like, what's your reading
Mm,
name like? Where do you source your knowledge?
I don't know. I read. Um, I like watching videos on YouTube. Anything. I like talking to people. Um, I feel like I'm attracted by people's knowledge and people's minds,
Mm,
because when conversations start flowing, I'm like learning so much from others.
yeah,
And then, I get to also like talk about what I know. And then if maybe I don't know enough and somebody knows more, then they can add on to what I know, or I can add on to what they know. So I love just, talking to people, reading a lot
yeah,
as well.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that like you did with that guy at work. Was that work? Who's harassing those who
Yes.
are being married? You're not a pushover. Like you'll stand your ground and you'll argue back. I mean, academically now, and I love that.
Yeah.
Steal, shop, and steal. I'm not, I'm not saying you're confrontational. I'm saying you know how to debate.
No, I know. I mean, because even though we do that as Black women, though we not pushovers, we seen as combative,
Mm,
you know, um, which is, I don't know, it's
debating.
crazy, because you grow up with your mom, "Ekuthetisa uma wakho," and then you come and tell another woman that she's combative. It's like, really?
Black brothers are entertaining. They turn up, eh?
Yes.
Oh, there's a comedian, he was so funny, and I never forget this joke. I love telling it, even though I can't tell jokes. He said, my mama, because there's like a lot of them around the table, right? My mama whooped her
Mhm.
ass so fast, you didn't know who got hit. The only way you knew who got hit, when the tears come out your eyes.
But it's true. It's like, hey, boo. Oh God.
Well, like, yeah, someone said one time my mother killed me, like she murdered
Oh my God. I think
me.
I should get my battery charger.
Oh, okay. Okay, well,
Uh,
I'll keep talking. Are you gonna walk or are you
no worries.
staying here?
Let me ask one of my girls to bring it.
Okay, okay. Oh, I think I lost her. I lost her. Hope she'll come back. Well, that's how it's going. Talking to Nosisa Kwitshana. I call her Everything Woman because I give everybody nicknames. Like I said in one of the chapters in the book, Women Love 365, not only on Women's Day. So this whole thing I'm doing is, every person I date, I tell them this is the work I'm doing. Um, Ultimately, we'll get to the brothers and the peace and the gangsterism eventually. I know a little bit about that, so I'll have to talk to some other guys about the pitfalls and I wasn't gangster. I was just I'm from Imbali one stage one Pinduga. It's like being from Compton, you know. When you're around that stuff, it's so much around you and you see destruction. Anyway, ladies first, right? So the work I'm doing is about just creating an understanding. Relationships don't always work out. And there might be tension for a while, and there will be tension for a while, but you gotta get to a point of calming down. Number one. Number two, don't do too much in your anger, to where you it's beyond repairs, or the person is beyond repairs. Like, don't damage each other. I'm proud that my ex is beautiful like that, and she's smart and she's doing well. And we can talk like the way we talk. So that's why I requested her as well to join the conversation. And yeah, it's a little awkward because I'm trying not to ask certain questions, about things I know. So, for example, her wisdom, it's really deep. So I'm trying to be clever about how I bring up the topic, how I bring up the topics, so that she's comfortable enough to say what she wants to say. But we'll just keep it going. I always ask a few questions. How do we know each other? What are you doing? Career interests. And then I ask challenges as a woman. With the brothers, it will be challenges as a man due to the opposite gender or whatever. And then we talk about what can men do better with the women, what can men do better with the men, what can men and women do better. I'm trying to be pro the sisters here, because I really feel women have it harder. I've just based on the relationships I've had and the friends I've had, women go through a lot, and it's thanks to us usually. And part of that can be conditioning, what we taught, that we won't let go of. Some things were about survival, the gender roles. So now what do we do when women also have 9 to 5s and professions and careers and businesses? Must they still be the only ones doing certain things in the house? So it's those things that I'm tackling. Um, at the back of my book, I talk about I'm trying to get this hashtag Woman Love 365 thing going, where you say something nice and you write hashtag Woman Love 365. But I'm not big enough to get it done. But hopefully one day, like maybe when I die, everybody must just hashtag Woman Love 365. That'd be dope. That'd be great. But I'm sticking around. I got some kids. Um, So everything woman. I had a column for the Witness newspaper. It's South Africa's oldest newspaper. It's called. It was called the Natal Witness, and then it changed in the New South Africa to the Witness. So that's where I published some of the stuff, and I own the copyright. So then she's coming back now. So then I made those into books. Some of those articles into books, and yeah, we're just pushing. I did it to learn the book game and to spread my message. Are you back?
I'm back. I'm sorry, my laptop ran out of juice, so I was like, oh my God, it's my charger.
Well, I'm so happy I could keep going, so I just
Okay, good.
Yes.
I thought about calling you, then I was like, maybe he might just continue recording, so let me just get on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're still on, but I digress. We're still on challenges as a woman. Are you happy with that? Because I can go to the next question.
Oh yeah.
You're so kind to us. I thought you were gonna murder us. Um, what do you feel men can do better? Um, everywhere, men everywhere.
Listen better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like men kind of like they kind of have a preconceived idea of what women are like. And so they don't actually listen to the kind of woman you are, because I feel like it needs to be tailored. The listening has to be tailored to every woman because we are different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And don't just be like, oh no, she like this, she's a woman. No.
Yeah.
Listen to what I like and try to do what I like, because when you speak, I listen to what you like. And then I tailor my listening to you.
Yeah.
And my actions towards you.
You guys are wiser than us, so gotta be patient. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it reminds me of this new thing. It's now pop culture. This book, love languages.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it sounds a lot like you're saying that. But
Mm.
in the absence of knowing that, I mean, it's as basic as listening. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah.
It reminded me of.
Because somebody else's love language, like I know my younger sister, she loves it when you get her stuff,
Mm, mm,
buying her stuff. It shows her that you love her.
mm,
For me, it's like spending time together,
mm-hmm,
and like I like cuddling and talking, or cuddling, just being quiet, listening to music, or watching a movie or something. That's one
mm-hmm.
of my love languages. That's very important time for me.
Yeah,
um and then what can I say, like, yeah, the listening part for me, I guess.
yeah. That's how you know directions.
Yeah, that's how I know that you care.
Yeah,
If you've actually listened, picked up what I said somewhere in just a useless conversation, but actually made it useful.
yeah. I know I had to
Been
improve.
like, yazi sidlule lana and uyithandile lento le, mhlambe let me just get it for her.
Mm, mm-hmm.
you know
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Wow. You reminded me of something I said to my mom. I was talking about you a while back, and I was saying how you said something so touching to me that it made me just 100% sure, like, I want to be with this woman. You said, I do not want anybody to love you better than me. And yeah, so far you're up there. But then my mom described it in this Khoza. She said,
Mm.
yes, Melushi umgodi, or something like that. Like, it's like leave a gaping hole, like
Leave a void.
void. That's the one where nobody can fill it,
Yeah,
you know? And
yeah.
yeah, that was beautiful. Well done for that, because you did do it. Um,
No.
we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah.
but but yeah, so anything else we could do better? Listening and observing.
um Patience.
Mm,
Because I feel like men expect us to be the patient ones, but also we human, and not every woman is the same. I'm not a very patient person.
mm,
So if I'm trying my best to exercise patience with you, I expect you to do the same with me. So, Klampe, I'm not where you want me to be.
mm,
Be patient with me,
mm.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take it one day at a time. Don't be like, oh my God, she's got kids, she's got this, she's doing this. I cannot, because I don't know, you might have qualities that I have to take time to also get to know and get to accept. But because I'm a woman, I have to be patient. And because you're a man, you're allowed not to be.
Mm, yeah. That's a
Mm,
tough one, but it speaks to humility. You gotta be humble. That you're not the greatest.
yeah,
He might have fallen for you, but you're not the greatest. You, you're
you're
human.
just a person, you're human, just
Yeah.
like she is.
And you've also got work to do, and things to sort out,
Yes.
and things she has to
This is
tolerate.
it's one thing though, like that. I was in a relationship, and I felt like the person that I was in a relationship with was lazy.
Mm,
So I used kind of like the situation. I said, when you go to work, do you just show up and then you get paid? They said, no, obviously you show up, you do work, and then because you get paid for your work. So I
mm,
said, it's the same thing in a relationship. You don't just show up and sit and do nothing and expect the relationship to grow. You do work,
yes, yes.
and then the relationship goes somewhere.
Mm,
But if we just come and lazily sit and get fat together and eat and watch TV, pela. We're not traveling, we're not reading, we're not getting into business together, you know, we're not doing things that will build us
Yeah.
as a couple, as a unit. Then what are we doing?
Yeah. I
It
hear
won't
you
pay
there.
off in the end. It will just be nothing.
Oh, I hear you there. Because
Mm,
even just having jobs is not enough
no.
financially. You know, you gotta have some kind of legacy, maybe for your children,
Yeah.
but something that makes you more comfortable as you get older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. All right. And anything else? Us brothers can do better.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, what else can y'all do better?
I can think of
You
a
know, I had a whole list in my head. Now that we're talking, I'm just like, I'm not.
intimidating you. I'm looking at you
You
like,
know, now I'm
oh,
camera shy. I'm like, oh my
oh,
God.
better not, you better not, you better not. Hey, you can do everybody a favor. Tell me what I could have done better. Ish.
Okay, so in our
You're gonna
relationship,
kick my ass.
um,
Ah.
okay, I felt like everything was great, but um, you you had like an idea of who I should be, and and I loved the fact that you wanted me to be that person because that's the person that I wanted to be at the end.
Mm,
But that's not the person that I was then. I was struggling with a lot of issues
I see the
and I
future.
was working up to being that person. But you were very impatient with me.
Hmm. Okay, that makes sense.
Even though we loved each other a lot and the love was there. That's why I feel like, okay, we held on for so long, but you needed to be a little bit patient with me.
Yeah, patience is not one of my big things, but you're right. I see greatness. I see greatness, and then sometimes I want. I see the future as here. You know.
Benny potential. That's it.
No, no, no. I am gonna bite your bum. Uh, because no, 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 no. You were great. You were really great. You know, I was just saying when you were gone, I was talking by myself, saying I'm trying not to ask, you know, certain questions because it might go into your privacy. But to me, it was,
No, but do. I mean, like I'm very open.
yeah. But I'm saying like
Mm,
because of just your strength, and I was sympathetic to some of the stuff you'd gone through, but it was that made me respect you for how strong you were, how graceful you are in everything you are going through. Um,
mm,
you know, having to find a way to get to England and see your children, because
yeah.
we were hoping to come back with them. So there's just the pressure of how am I going to bring these kids back to South Africa and marry this man?
Not only that, when I got here, there was also the pressure from my ex-husband who was like, well, no, how am I going to see my kids if they're all the way in Africa? You
Yeah,
cannot leave. You won't leave. So
yeah.
now we had to be in a custody battle. Now I've got my kids. I mean, I've got full custody of my children,
Mm,
which is great.
all right.
Um, but for our relationship, it would have taken a toll on it because there I was trying to fight for full custody, trying to like get
Mm,
over there, and over there my qualifications had to be turned over before I could start work. Over here, because the majority of my education is in England, I don't have to turn over any qualifications. All I have to do is just put my CV out there and get a job, which is
mm,
what happened. I got back here and I got here in February.
mm-hmm.
In March, I was working,
Mm, mm.
you know?
Hey, hold on. Moving from the point. The point is the greatness I saw in you.
Okay.
Yes, the greatness I saw in you made me believe I could be patient until all the stuff is resolved. You were gonna go away
Yeah.
for a year at least. I was gonna be here and wait for you because the love I was getting was just amazing. The conversation, you know, I always tell people I
Mm.
want to be with somebody that I can be with one day when they look like an old man because they got a goatee and I look like an old woman. You know, we're 96 years old and we can still talk. That's really
Yeah.
that's really it for me. And compassion, obviously. I need compassion.
Yeah.
There's more than love, compassion. Yo, be kind to me. It's hard out here.
True. And no, I mean
So these are
that's
a
one
lot of
thing that I really want as well, because I feel like young black kids growing up back then, this shy was titties, all these things. Yeah, boy,
yes.
I feel like now that we adults, we need love. We need that compassion. We need the love. We need the patience.
Yeah.
Because
Our parents.
sometimes I feel like my mom didn't have it.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
And even though my parents were married and my dad was there, but he was always either at work, or something. When he was around, he was either very loving or very dismissive,
Mm.
very, two very opposite things.
All right. So
It's either ucabanga iy'nkinga zakhe manje zonke lezi zingane
oh,
or he was very, hey, get on my back, I'm the horse, we all playing, and it was great, or
oh yes.
but
It is not-
because mom was always there, she just was always very pressured, very
Mm.
stressed.
There you go.
Yeah, well,
That answers
so
my question.
isibhaxi wawusithola manje.
Oh yeah, the mom. Yeah, yeah. See, that goes
Yeah,
to my question of what can men do better. Now you get into that. So yeah.
they can be present
Mm,
as well if they are fathers. I've got my ex-husband, he pays child support, but he's not around. He doesn't call on birthdays. He doesn't call at Christmas time. He just brings a card, not even a voucher inside, just a
mm,
card saying happy birthday or Merry Christmas, and that's it.
mm,
And the child support that's paid, I won't say is, it could be a weekly something. If he paid me £200 a week, then I'd be like, okay.
mm,
But £200 a month, my children wear Jordans.
mm,
They're teenagers now. They like stuff that is more fashionable.
mm.
When they were kids, ungabathengela anything.
From Pip.
When they grow up, they want to look a certain way. They
Mm,
want to be like their peers, and their peers have both mommy and daddy.
right. And yeah, you are.
You understand? So when you're a single woman, now you have to be mommy and daddy, not only just emotionally, but also financially.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, but
That's the
so
pressure I'm
when
going through though. With my divorce, like, yo, bro, step it up, you know.
yeah, so
If I'm
when the
not hanging
fathers are
out,
not
bro.
present physically
Mm,
and financially,
yeah.
it's hard on the mothers.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, it's tough because we're dealing with a lot of conditioning. People are told men should be like this, women should be like this, and then that's where the
Mm.
fights come in. Now you're not being a real woman, you're not being a real man, and
Whew.
we have this tension between us, and it's I always think of South Africa. We have so much work to do, things to repair, and we need each
Yeah.
other as men and women. And all this suspicion and jealousy and looking down each other is not gonna work. Trying to always get fresh with a woman that wants to work, the sexual harassment and things like that. It's I just feel like what I do just kind of helps is going to help some younger guys just be more respectful, you know.
And I mean, this is gonna sound really maybe backwards for you, but for me, I'd say the best relationships I've had were with South African men,
Mm,
because I had this relationship with you, which was great, fantastic, adventurous. I mean, we did things that we wished other people would do for us. So like when we both did them and we went out and Jay, like we really enjoyed each other.
Horse riding.
And then I came to England. And in England, ooh,
No.
I was like, wow.
Hey.
I'm not gonna date.
Now I must say, as much as that sounds sad, I'm slightly happy.
The dating life in England, it is so hard. It's so hard, I'm telling you.
Also
in South Africa.
You see, because you couldn't be topped. I mean, I was engaged to you, but I also couldn't be topped. I'm gonna take that. Don't change it. I couldn't be topped. So
you couldn't be topped. I came here and it was like slim pickings. I was like, wow.
I'm just gonna see. It's even got average.
Yes, and the award goes to. Because it's not everyone that, okay, one, there's hardly any South African men around. Maybe if they are, they'll be far in Manchester, in Birmingham.
Right.
And it's like, okay, so if I'm in London, who am I dating? And the British guys, they'll be Black British, but Black British guys, they are very, well, in our age group anyway, late 30s, mid 30s, early 40s, they want to be white. I'm sorry to say, but they want to be white. When they see Black women, they're like, oh no, not you. And when they see white women, they're like, yes, please.
Oh man, that's
yeah. And then so the only Black guys left for Black women would be Nigerian men who would be like, my sister, I'm here now.
That's funny.
I really, really like, okay, me and you have nothing in common. Please, let's don't. And I'm not being xenophobic. I know that, many people would take it as, but sometimes you just need somebody that you can watch programs with. Like, yes, I hate speaking English all the time. I mean, even now, I keep putting in a bit of Zulu here and there. Ufuna umuntu ozobuka na isibaya. Okay, isibaya sesiphelile, but I'm just making an example. Yabo, umuntu ozokwazi ukuthi okay uxoxe naye ngelanguage yakho, nidle ipapa. Nigerian men, when they date South African women, which I have a lot of South African friends who've dated, even married Nigerian men won't want ipapa. Abafuni ukudla kwasekhaya. They want Nigerian food. So the South African woman or the Botswana woman, whatever, you need to learn how to cook fufu, pounded yam, egusi, all these things. And for me, I'm like, no. Ngifuna mas makshis. I want my food.
Yes.
I go to the South African supermarket over here, it's called Hunter's Biltong, the closest one to me. And I want to eat biltong. Shame. I want to use our spices. I want to cook Durban curry, our food.
Oh, you were nice on the pots too. Just remember. I was just telling the people I'm going to talk to you. And I said, she used to call me Siabonga, and she still calls me King Man.
Yes.
When you call me that. But the main thing about like Kulmisingis, right? Part of it for me is, I'm so open, I'm so out there. So I keep certain things to myself. I think if you follow me on social media and social networks, there are things about me that the world doesn't know. And that's so key, I've always found that that's so
Mm.
key. You know, I don't talk about, I love Chiefs, Kaiser Chiefs. Um, People don't know I watch the NBA. People don't know what I
Mm.
find funny. I love
You
Seinfeld.
stay up to watch them games.
Yes, you know, the other music I like besides hip hop, people don't really know much about that because
Mm.
I gotta keep something. When whoever is out there comes into my life, they must have this sacred place.
Yeah.
So I talk like four and a half languages. And ndiyathanda ukuthetha amachoma athetha isiXhosa ndiyathetha and
Yes.
elokishini ngikhuluma isiZulu not a model C nigga but
Mm-hmm.
you'll have people on social media dissing me and it's like I've been doing English since 1988. So
Mm.
I'm saying that to say that intimacy that you're talking about, I feel you. I feel you.
Mm.
And with me, strangely, I find it because I got in a Zulu school for 2.5
Mm-hmm.
years. And then I went to colored schools for 5 years. And then I went to white schools. But even in the
Yeah.
white schools, it was like carrying on with the colored friends of mine. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm from the township. So it was always, I felt home with colored people and Zulu people. It's the strangest thing.
Mm.
But colored people are very racist. South African colored people can be really racist. So
I know.
even if you get your one woman, everyone around her is racist. It's like, help. So, but my point is, I get you about the intimacy and that need for familiar stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the slang, the lingo.
Mm.
You loved. I remember you loved.
Yes.
You took my
I
CD.
mean, right now we have this sacred thing, JS South Africa, ibizwa amapiano. I
Hey,
love it. I
uh,
love amapiano. I'm just like, oh my God.
do you still
And
dance?
then hmm,
You're an amazing dancer. Do you still dance?
I still dance. I love dancing.
I
So
could never.
amapiano, me and my kids will be doing like TikTok videos of amapiano. They love amapiano as well. Um, and then if you meet somebody from somewhere else, they'll be like, "No, I listen to Afrobeats,"
Mm.
and I'm like, "Okay, we can listen to Afrobeats, but also let's listen to amapiano." And it's like, no, it's like okay, or they'll be like, "Oh,
Boom.
they're more about UK, rap," and it's like, okay, that's nice and all, but there's this thing that is South African that I also want to explore. It's new, you
Mm.
know?
But it speaks to your soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or even just, yes, nje, ngilalela uJonina nje for ngiclean indlu nje, like put
Yeah.
him on, like,
I was about to say you took my dukes.
yes, I did. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because over here, I mean, it's just starting to kick in where people are like, oh, South African music. Oh my God, it's a thing.
Mm.
And I'm like, it's been a thing.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Ikwaito Yami since, because I came here at the age of 15 and I was like, I came here with Amasidiam, Uzola,
Mm.
TKZ, all of that. That was a thing when I first got here. And then I'm like, everybody else is like, oh, but why are you listening to it? I can't even understand what you're saying. I'm like, oh God.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. And for us, it meant a lot.
Mm. You see, that's a part of
Yeah.
everything woman I'm talking about. Your name. I mean, I couldn't come up with anything else because you like Kwaito, you can rap, you can sing, you could dance. Oh my goodness, you could do that Jamaican stuff. I was like, yee.
Whining.
And you could speak patois a little bit. Uh,
Yes.
I was just watching Tyson Beckford speaking patois. He's angry. He's talking about, I think when Chris Brown is threatening him, he starts talking that a Jamaican patois.
That's why, yeah, because he's Jamaican, yeah.
Bad man. Yeah, you could speak all that. But yeah, it's just been a joy reconciling, reconnecting.
Yes.
as we do every now and then. And this time we'll stay in touch. But I just want to
Yes.
ask now, before I wrap up,
Okay.
what do you feel, what do you feel when I say Women Love 365? You know, I was saying, I wish I could do this thing where I make hashtag Women Love 365 trend, but maybe when I die,
Mm.
that's what I must put it in my work. When I die, everyone must just say something nice about a woman, quote a song and say Woman Love 365. But what do you feel it should be? What comes to mind?
It just practice it in your relationships, in every relationship you have, whether it's with your sister, whether it's with a friend, whether it's with your mom, whether it's with just any woman you see on the street. Just respect us. When you see us, don't see just a skirt.
Mm,
See a person,
mm,
and show love for that person because you came from a woman.
yeah.
And for 3 to 6 months before your scan, when your mom is pregnant with you, they just see female, they never see male until a certain point has passed, and then they can determine whether you're a boy or a girl.
Oh yes, that's familiar. Yeah.
So it's like you start your life off the same, whether you're male or female, and then after a few months. So just think, Guti, now it could have gone the other way. You could have been the female that you're disrespecting.
Mm,
So woman love for me is like just love women all year round, every year, all the time,
mm,
and respect them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And when I heard of so many stories of men killing women in South Africa, I was like, wow, that is sad. It happened here as well. Um, and I don't know whether they put it in international news, but over here it was more, they were killing children, girl children, teenage girls, and then as of recent, females coming from clubs or work, and I don't know why we always are the victims, but for any man who's gonna watch this, I just want to say this book for me represents just loving us and respecting us and seeing that we're human. We
mm.
have feelings, we have families, and we just want to feel safe, we want to feel loved, we want to feel respected.
Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. So, anything you want to say in closing? Let me stop.
Move to England, I have no one else to date to. Hey.
Oh my. That is, I just might. Oh, you're hilarious. Okay. You are naughty.
Oh God.
Angile. But yeah, as well as you look, I just might. Yeah, but
Oh God.
I just want to thank you for being truly one of the best friends I've ever had. And definitely, I experienced love. And you don't like when I say this, but I really experienced Black woman love.
Mm.
I know you don't approve. I date every race. I shall be loved in this planet Earth before I die. If it comes in my
Yes.
one blue eyes, I'll take it. But honestly, I've always wanted a woman of color.
Mm.
Just if when I be political about it, I haven't seen Black women be loved. I haven't seen
Mm.
Black women be loving. So I've wanted, and you have to defend if the world is against you. Black women are against the
Mm.
wall. Women of color in general are against the wall. They're oppressed. Sometimes it's the cultural things and the religious things which we,
Yeah.
we hold on to. But I've always had fantasies of just, you know, that that black love,
Yeah.
and you were that experience for me. You really loved me, and I really appreciated it. I still do.
That's because I felt loved. I mean, a woman won't be loving if she doesn't feel loved. She'll, like, I feel like we are sponges and men are the water. So if you don't fill that sponge with anything, that sponge will be empty.
Mm,
So if you don't give us the love, fill us with that love, then what do we have to give to you? Nothing.
okay, that's tough.
No, true,
Yeah,
true.
men gotta put in the work. Hope you
Yes.
were listening. Yeah, yeah. No, it was beautiful. For some reason, I remembered when you're talking about adventures, going horse riding at Shu's house. My friend Chris
I loved it.
and snakes, and the fact that you knew what Shu means was just amazing for me, because it told me once or twice, but I'd forgotten. Then you just knew without him telling you. Which Shu is the god who holds up the sky or something.
Yes, because, well, there was like a brother and sister
Mm-hmm.
who fell in love with each other, but their father knew that if they got together, then they would kill the human race. So he had to hold up the sky from the earth, because the brother was the sky, or the sister was the sky, and the brother was the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to hold up the sky from the earth, keep his children apart from loving each other so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so who's Shu now? Shu is the brother or the father?
Shu is the brother.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Yeah, you know stuff. You be knowing shit. All right. Well, I'm going to end this conversation.
Okay.
With nothing else to add, and just say thank you. I love you. Always here for you if ever you need anything. If ever you land in South Africa, I land in
Thank you.
London. I'm looking you up.
Hey.
I'm single. You single. I'm stealing you. But yeah.
It
But
is what it is.
always got a friend in me, and them is my babies too. Forever.
Yes.
So I got their back, whatever they need. But thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
and thanks for this conversation. And thank everybody for watching. Get you a copy of the book, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But thank you, and thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
All right.
All right.